rainbow tickles, rainbow kisses. Welcome, welcome. We are here on New Earth. Yes, yes we are. Just claim it. Just gotta claim it. Claim New Earth. Claim your new body, claim your new vessel. We are in the midst, literally the midst of some powerful, really beautiful energies. This time of year is always at the celestial alignments, seasonal alignments of our planet, because they're offered to us as the cycles of evolution of all that is life. Life systems within life systems that we talk about all the time, so you get used to seeing yourself within the story of the micro-macro. You get used to being a part of that entanglement that is spirit in all moments, constantly recycling life and constantly in a state of becoming. And this state of becoming is important for you to get really intimate with and in tune with. The councils have been showing me the messages of the end of the year, stepping into the beginning of the year, is for each to discern for themselves, to go within and do that inner seeking so that they are absolutely in entwinement with who they are with spirit as spirit, and allowing yourself to reclaim all of your power and your energy and your thought forms and your consciousness uniquely to you, so that you can begin to feel the fullness and the empowerment of the embodiment of who you are as spirit, the vessel that you are as spirit. Your body is spirit, and the body spirit of you requires that you treat it and honor it in different ways so that you can manifest in light, because your body is becoming greater light as we're being bathed by greater light from the outer and bathed from the greater light from Gaia, because she is also being bathed as light and she is going through her ascension as we are. That means the collective will continue to create the releasing of the collective densities of subjugation and separation, because that's the game here on earth, is separation. And so really the messages that are going to come forward today, as we're going to focus on the energies of the gateway, these are going to be we're going to try and really close these videos up really short and just give you a really quick alignment of the gateway. And then we are going to end off with an oracle. And so again, my name is Joanna, the Early Morning Ascension Show. Thank you so much. And we talk about the expansiveness and the evolution of all that is humanity, moving through a profound planetary, galactic, universal ascension, omnipresent. As one thing ascends, so does all others. As one thing is affected, so too is all others. And that is the story of oneness, the law of one that we are all part of. Whether anybody believes it or plays a part of it, it is absolute. It is an absolute truth of the universe. We are all one. The law of the one and the law of the universe, the universal laws are all part of what we entangle with and engage with. However, most are not aware, because we've just never been taught these things from our earliest of experience. We've been taught the laws of separation through fear, limitation, and greed. And now, through thousands of years of human evolution, we're now switching and changing it all upside down. We're understanding the vibrational stories that we've come from, socially, lineage, Akash, through our ancestry, the soul blueprints, the contracts that we come with to transcend what was, so that we step into this new human evolution and start creating a new reality. And it's moving from our third to fifth dimension as we're releasing 51% of our karma. Everyone on the planet is responsible for their own releasing and their own healing and their own taking responsibility for their choices. And so to do that, understanding thyself is multidimensional, that you affect all others. That's a multidimensional experience. That sometimes the reason why you experience what you do is because you are a multidimensional being, and all lifetimes are all now. So if you get intimate with who you are and really get intimate with your soul's blueprint and your ascension cycle, you'll see that there's certain times of the month where you go through really big releases. And it will be speeding up more and more because we are accelerating in greater light. We're calling in that greater light, we're processing that greater light, and we're manifesting that greater light. Now, depending on how you're vibrating, how you feel is everything, because we are spiritual matter, and how your spiritual matter vibrates is what you attract. And how you attract will show you the wounds and the vibrational stories that need your acknowledgement, that need your acceptance, and need your release and healing through forgiveness and love. And so those are just the cycles of ascension. And so to do the inner work, if you will, is just to pay attention to everything that is before you, because they are your omens, they are your secret oracles, they are the communication of creation talking with you. Where vibration are you sitting? Are you allowing yourself to express yourself fully as the creator that you are, threaded with spirit? All things in creation are spirit. Even what you've been told in school that is not spirit is spirit. It's all consciousness that is created by God, creator. Different levels of vibrational experience, different levels of life within life. The rock consciousness on Gaia has a vibrational light and love system. They're a communication boundary and experience that Gaia offers for our entanglement, our engagement. Sacred sites carry these informations, carry ceremonies, carry wisdoms of other lifetimes, all in the moment of now, because it's all spiraling now, and you are a part of that now moment. Why you have the releases when you do, and the ones that you contract are there to show you different versions of what your soul needs healing on, whether it's full self-acceptance, whether it's a vibration of loving kindness, whether it's a vibration of a catalyst that requires you to change. Everyone before you allows you to be the highest level of teacher and student to all of creation in the full acceptance. Because how do we heal separation? By the full acceptance that all things are us. And how do we feel? How do we hear that? How do we heal that fear and greed? By allowing things to all, that things are love. Just by releasing all the layers and the psyche wounds and the density, you are all pure sacred energies and sacred geometry of love. You have a specific geometric code that is physics and science, that is the love of spirit. Each and every one of us come with a soul's blueprint that is unique to each and every one of us. And that is the blueprint through which we come to experience and explore different experiences through transcension of what was. Knowing that we absolutely can. Everything that we see outside of us that might seem insurmountable are just the challenges that we've created to show us truly how powerful we are to transcend it. For we are all the creators of our reality. And Gaia is our highest benevolent lover and healer. For us to entangle in that oneness because we have forgotten her in this full ascension experience for eons. The sacred triad always comes within every soul's blueprint. The sacred triad of who you are with the heavens and with all that is the creator God from whence you came, you will return. The sacred energy that you come with your collective, and the sacred energy to which you come with your planet. And all that is your sacred triad that will encapsulate who you are as a soul, how you're here to express yourself, how you're here to explore yourself, and how you're here to experience yourself. Because all that you take with you is your experience. All of the things that you think are important in the ego experience and the egocentric experience and the outer putting of your power outside of you and what you think that you gain from that, whether it's a status or a worthiness or a value, none of that will ever matter, because it will always return you to within, to your soul's fulfillment. And that soul's fulfillment has always been about, who are you in the experience of your soul? Are you experiencing your soul fully? Are you allowing yourself to be loved and expressed in love for you? That is the experience of the soul. The more that you go through that inner experience and that inner fulfillment that you are the director of, you're the driver of. Nobody outside of you will do that or direct you in it. That's up to you to go within and say, Spirit, show me who I am today. Remember, I want to remember who I am. Show me what my gifts and my talents are so that I can be of greatest service to me. Because if my soul is fully experiencing itself, fully in the expression and exploration of me, I absolutely know I'm going to be serving the whole collective. Many times I've asked my guides, in my questions about my service, to humanity and all of the lifetimes I've come forward to kind of step up in these new levels of expansiveness. I've said, how can I serve my children in the highest and the best? And they answer in the same manner at all times. By living your highest and best life, you're going to serve their purpose, because they need to see those activations of you fully in your joy and fully in your expression and fully in your soul's experience, moment for moment, being happy within it. And then you're showing them that they can too, by releasing all conformity, all persecutory, all ostracization, all energies that put us into conformity. And that was the experience of separation. We all have unique gifts that through those expressions of unique gifts, our soul themes to heal the soul wounds for our soul family and our lineage. Thank you, Spirit. That created those energies of separation, that we weren't fully okay within who we were in the expression of who we were. And all of us have moved through that. That's what creates that separation. I must not be good enough because when I expressed myself, my family looked at me really weird and they created ostracization or bullying. So I must not be okay. I must not be one with them because I was not accepted. So it's to return all of the self-loving values back to self. And that's the sovereignty of the Christ consciousness, your most expansive, multidimensional self that is constantly being activated, constantly being illuminated, constantly being expressed and expanded. And you get to create that story with Spirit. Only you, only you, only you, only you. So ask yourself in these coming days, we want you to focus on this beautiful exploration over the next couple of days. We're ending out a beautiful, powerful year. And some of the year was so intense. So if you're here, give yourself celebration because it was a really, really intense year. And it will get easier and easier and easier once you get intimate with your Ascension Soul Plan, knowing when your release periods are, and making sure that you have that outreach community that are being in support of your growth and evolution. Because the only thing that matters is your soul's evolution. Your soul's experience and how you experience yourself, that is evolution, and it is your full responsibility. And that is the highest importance and the highest goal and intention. It absolutely is, because it manifests everything for you. Everything that you've ever wanted to experience will be in that. Am I honoring my soul's evolution? That's the highest experience. And 99.9% of people don't even know that. They go to the 3D experiences. I want to manifest a house. I want to manifest more job, more money. So those are just the 3D experiences of separation. Pure fulfillment, and when you're on your deathbed, if you will, we always take it to that experience so that we understand the richness and the joy of who we are as spirit. The only thing you're able to take with you is your life's experiences. And when you look back on everything that you've done, which summations help you do, it helps you be in touch with your karma, the karma board that is always with you, that speaks through your guides and your soul and your higher self and Mother, Father, God, and all the angels. And the karma board is not a board of judgment. They're a board of aligning your soul's blueprint to ensure that you've learned the lessons you wanted to learn, because you chose those lessons with your highest teams. And are you meeting those lessons? Are you meeting it? Spirit and the karma board and all the beings of the highest heavens, their purpose and their celebration is to mirror that to us. Are you in celebration of who you are? Are you in celebration of these profound transcensions that you said you would come and transcend because it was so much fun to do so? Because you're such a powerful creator, you can do that. And we create these veils of illusion that we're so less than and we're so lack, and we play these small, small versions because of the dysfunction of others around us and the environment of others around us and all of the environments that we've created through eons, feeling so small in victimization, when really it's all about returning all power and all energy back within so that we are nourishing ourselves fully as spirit, because we are. Our body needs our nourishment as spirit. Speak to your body as if it is spirit, because it is. Start aligning with the God essence that is within every cell and aligned on the cells and in the DNA, so that you're activating your DNA and speaking to it as it is of spirit, and also to the intelligence that it is of spirit. The DNA is not junk in any way, never has been and never will be. And so those are the experiences that you're activating and knowing it as spirit, because you are. And are you in celebration and joy of this? In your summation of what you've come through and what you've grown from and how you've learned every day, how you're expanding as love, how you're expanding as a soul, how you're experiencing yourself as a soul. Are you expressing yourself more joyfully as you? Not a replica of something else, not a replica of what you think others want, but who are you in authenticity? And you're going to have your moments. You're going to have grouchy moments. You're going to have loving moments. You're going to have those moments where you just need to come in and have some solitude. And so have that be okay, but express it in loving and kind ways so that others around you know you're going through a transformation and you're going to be and look different. And have that be okay. We're meant to break from that 3D conformity, and you're not meant to look and be and experience life in that way. You're meant to take it from a whole other different direction and really expand out into it. So at the end of the year, these are really powerful energies. So use them. Use these energies for your highest and best. These energies help you amplify. Again, it's always about the soul's experience. Are you fully experiencing yourself as joy? And if not, why not? And that's when you go within and you start creating that self-love story and that self-expression story. Who really are you? And just ground. When you're feeling your energies erratic, and if you're an empath in your fields and your bodies are awakening, your empathic skills are awakening, your psychic skills are awakening, make sure that you're really caring for yourself, because you're the only one responsible for your psychic gifts and using them in a responsible and loving manner. You're the only one responsible for ensuring that your fields and your bodies are cleared. You're the only one that is responsible for ensuring that the light coming in and out is used benevolently. How you use energy will manifest what you create. And then there is no other experience than all that is energy coming back to you, you know? And so that's the law of one. The balance law, the law of balance, is about, are you balancing the energies when things are topsy-turvy, especially when you're going through ascension? The whole planet is releasing karma. The whole planet's releasing density. That's why we see the shaking of Gaia. She's got energy that we've created with her that's been very negative. We are a body of one, within and without, as above, so below, the micro, macro of all aspects of life. You are the projection of what you are creating. So how can that projection really be joyful and beautiful and celebratory? And your summation is all about, am I allowing my soul its fullest experience of the love of who I am? Who really am I? Can I be the fullest expression of who I am, the fullest undeniable, unimaginable gift of who I am? Do I see myself that way? How can I start seeing myself that way and really start speaking to myself in a loving manner? Because that's all that matters, is your experience of you. And at the end of your life, did you have the fullest experience of you? Did you express yourself joyfully in all the moments that you could and would? Instead of living from the coulda, woulda, shoulda and regret. And so this is where we're really flipping things upside down, because it's not the mental game anymore of 3D win, lose, get, do, and get more. It is about the fifth dimensional experience and just allowing every emotion to be felt in balance. grounding, anchoring the new version of you, understanding all that comes forward is your experiences and your co-creation. So honor it, celebrate it. Wow, I created that. Well, that's pretty amazing. So what can I create now that's in this alignment? Because I'm really exploring myself in this way now. And be gentle and loving with it. And it's okay that you change. What we want to do to think about in these gateways is not only your summation from everything that you've come from and everything that you've accomplished, because that's what the karma board wants. You said the karma board is sitting there like your best cheerleaders, right? It's like, you know, the football coaches. The football coach is saying, you've joined this team because you knew that you could be a really great player. You're a player within a team, and others rely on you, and you rely on them in energetic ways, if you will, not in the ways of codependency. We want to make that very, very clear. Speaking from someone that has come from many years of trying to clear and rebalance those types of dysfunctional energies. And it's a taxing experience if people are not being benevolent and using their own light. The interdependence that each one has to take responsibility for your own body, your own vessel, your own fields, and your own energy is really, really important, so that you're not relying on anything outside of you for your expansiveness. You don't need anything outside of you to be your fullest and your best. You just don't. It's all within you. You create the new version of you. You create the new version of Earth. You create the new version of your expansiveness within creation. When you're excited to feel you and experience you and explore you, wow, everything outside of you will be more exciting. Go to bed every night thinking, how can I wake up different tomorrow? My body's going to be healthier. My mind is going to be healthier. I'm going to be lighter. My world is going to be a better world. I see everybody in the world living their best life. I feel like I'm living my best life. Reaffirm to yourself and your body and your cells that you are brand new. Your reality is new, and it's going to show you every step of the way, because your reality, your convergence with it, you're converging that energy. I'm going to converge something beautiful and wonderful. And send out those positive vibrations for all, because it just returns to you. Any prayer you give outside of you really returns to you, because you're a part of that one-threaded experience that is spirit. And so part of seeing that summation of, can you be the football team and all of the coaches and all the cheerleaders saying, you came to this team and you said, I want to learn this, this, and this. I want to be this, this, and this. And so how can we work together so that you're mentoring me? I'm practicing. I'm making sure that my body is in shape. I'm making sure that I'm doing the right homework. I'm making sure that I'm doing everything that I can to experience this, this, and this. Those were the things I wanted to explore. And there's going to be people I'm going to meet on the way, and they're going to help me, and I'm going to help them. And that's the team. That's the oneness experience. You absolutely know that everything without question, and we say this with great pause, everything within creation is your experience to show yourself that you are creating all of it. Whether it's an experience of something that you see across the street, that is your experience of your consciousness, how powerful you are. And the only reason why things seem to not change is because you're telling yourself the same vibrational story. So change the story. Everything in your reality you are creating. So have it be profound. Believe in yourself. Honor yourself as the sacred vessel. Everything is spirit, interacting with spirit. And allow that to be so remarkable and unimaginable that we get to change our face of our planet for our collective consciousness to really come together and say, wow, we can do this. This is so awesome. This is like something that I've never thought before, but wow, look at me. I can create this. I can create that. I can manifest, just because it's a great joyful experience to manifest that. My soul wants to experience that, a great experience. And so manifest from the joyful experience, as we said before. The 5D portal is are you rich in spirit and are you filled with joy? Just to be you, for no other reason but to be you. Who are you? Get rich with you. Be in love with you. And if you're spending a lot of your time outer, then you know that you've got to call all your energy back and start going back within. The issues are always within. You can't create from out you. You got to create from in. It's always in. So if there's a lot of energy and attention going out, you're putting a lot of energy and information and focus outside of you. And that is a backwards manifestation. And you will always manifest obstacles and hurdles and blocks, because it is not outside of you. You manifest from within and reclaim all of your energy, reclaim all of your light, reclaim all of the love, and put the attention back into you. And it doesn't mean being, obtuse and self-egoic, because you're calling that consciousness of love back to you, because the only reason why it's going outside of you is so that you can seek that validation and importance and feeding what needs to be fed within. And they can get to the point, especially those that are empathic and have a high vibrational field that is not being directed properly, it can work into obsession and addiction. And some even have called it OCD. And they're just misdirected understandings of the energy body that you carry, and you're oscillating at a frequency that needs direction, that needs you to be the director and leader of it. So get to know yourself, get to know your energy, get to know how you feel around certain people and certain groups. How do you feel around nature? How do you feel around worship? The way that you can worship, not the way that you've been told, but the way that you choose to worship spirit in all moments. Spirit is the essence of all life, connected in all things. And it comes with great intelligence and communication in all life. There's communication with spirit all the time. We're the ones that turn it off because we've held ourselves in separation. So we want you to get comfortable with saying, yeah, I'm an incredible spiritual experience and I'm communicating with energy all the time. I'm a vessel of interdimensional communication. I'm a vessel of all these magnetic things. And yes, at these celestial alignments, there's a lot of energy and a lot of codes and a lot of light for us to really celebrate who we are. We've come this far. So anything that comes up, just allow it, accept it, honor it, be okay with it. Say, yeah, I'm a master, I can navigate this. And check in with yourself throughout the day, making sure that you're clearing and cleansing your fields, making sure that you're doing the light work to call light in. Anything that feels dark and anything that feels negative, call yourself as light. I am light, all darkness disappear. I am light. If you call yourself light, darkness can't be there. So just get used to creating those affirmational programs. You're entraining yourself to a higher vibrational level, and only you can do it. Do you believe that? Do you know that? Do you honor it? Are you excited about it? Are you in wonder of it? That's the joy factor. That's the innocent child. The innocent child is the gateway to all higher dimensional play. It just is. If you're not in joy of who you are, you're going to manifest whatever you're not in joy of who you are. So seek the joy. Seek the joy. That's 2022. The joy of who you are. And so these gateways help you understand that by doing your summations. Wow, what have I really learned? I'm so happy I did that. Wow, look at me. Look what I did. You really celebrate that. And that's what your teams and that's what all the karma board is really for. We're your coaches. We're the ones that will have your guides tap you on the shoulder when you're misaligned. We're the ones that will tap your guides on the shoulder and say, okay, we got to redirect them. You know, they're not honoring their highest potential. Your guides are there to make sure that you're meeting your highest potential. They're like your football coaches, your basketball coaches. Come on, you've got a great game plan here. You're going in another direction because your ego and possible addictions, and the ego says that your value is outside of you. It's not. You're the only one that gives you value, and it goes back within. Especially for divine feminine, we've been in such suppressed experiences for thousands of years, and we've allowed ourselves to be less than and demeaned and devalued, dematerialized, literally. And we've become so ill over the eons. But now this is the timeline through which many, many divine feminines are now coming into their power and becoming their fullest expression and experience of who they are. And that is true soul fulfillment. And it is only fulfilled from within, from the encapsulation of who you have always been in the minutia and the navigation of energy. So claim your mastery. I am a master. I've been here many times, and I'm going to navigate all energies. This is my chosen path. And as I follow my chosen path, all are served. This is a multidimensional expression. All are served. Stay on path and only you know it. And so be celebratory of it. Move through your summations as often as you can. Did I meet that joyful expression of me? You know, the dark stuff will come up when it's ready. The more in joy you are, the more that stuff's just going to get cleared naturally. The ones that you have those big, big lessons on, they're the ones that you're going to manifest other things with other people, because you're meant to challenge yourself, to take yourself to self-sovereignty, self-guidance, self-confidence. And you need other people to test you and be the catalyst for change on those. You need those teachers and students and that communion. And that's why you have relationships, so that those relationships challenge you to be your highest and your best. So what they wanted to say in these beautiful special gateways, thank you, Spirit, is really be optimistic about what's coming in 2022. Do you think, and are your thoughts in presence? Remember, presence is always at your heart space. Are your thoughts in presence without the ego, surrendering ego? Are your thoughts in the presence of greater aptitude of optimism and joy and excitement and anticipation? Not expectation, anticipation. Can you anticipate miracles just unfolding? Can you anticipate a miracle just to be brought to you? Can you anticipate a healing? Can you anticipate waking up really happy tomorrow? Can you anticipate that everyone is living their best life? If each and every one of us for 5 or 10 minutes a day just spent in presence, feeling optimistic, feeling really, really good, feeling really, really happy, feeling the energy that our planet is healed from all viruses and all illnesses and all diseases, from cancer to any social illness, of degradation of any person or any being or any human being sold, any human being trafficked, allowing that 5 minutes 3 times a day, and all that choose to do that really set the intention. I see everybody living their highest life. People living their highest life would not choose to be sold. So how have we allowed these experiences to even occur? How could we even put a price on a human? How could we exchange humans for agendas? And so these are things that we can absolutely change the consciousness by saying, yes, we accept it, we acknowledge it, it's in our consciousness, but we can change it. So we can't get anywhere by the blaming and shaming game. We have to get there by saying, we acknowledge it. We've created over eons of separation and greed and egocentric programs that really, really bring out the most, corrupt energies of our human experience, to really treat human life like that. And we got to acknowledge it. We got to accept it. And we got to say, but we can change it. So let's allow for something higher and better and more worthy of our consciousness as a collective. We're special divine people. Why would we sell one another? Why would we feel that that's okay? They come from other programs of conformity and control as well. And so we're here to change it. So let's anticipate change. Let's anticipate really great things happening. Let's anticipate we all live our best life. Let's anticipate that everybody activates their DNA. Let's anticipate that we allow ourselves to really raise our vibrational knowing, to say that there's nothing within any of creation that's junk. We are all benevolent beings of light, and we are profound beings of change. And all that we are speaking of and to is light and love and God, spirit. All things are spirit. Where you think there is not anything, spirit is there. That is the omnipresent in the field speaking back to you. You send out loving vibrations every day and 10 or 12 affirmations of how beautiful you are and how beautiful the world is. Absolutely, you will feel it come back in the omnipresent field. It's spirit. What you put out, you get. What you know that you are, you get. That is the law of one. You are returning the law of one. All that you have done comes back to you. All that you vibrate comes back to you. And each person is responsible for how they have acted and treated others, so that they can make their lessons right. And we say right in the way that, are you feeling right within yourself? Are you feeling balanced? Are you feeling harmonious? Are you loving of yourself? There's no judgment from the creation. There's no judgment. Feeling right with yourself is like, yeah, I did that well. I'm so proud of myself. You're your own football coach. You're the only one that says, yeah, you did that really great. Now let's try something different tomorrow. You're going to take a pass from over there. Can you do it from that angle? You want to practice every day with being all aspects of the team, because you are. One day you're going to be the one that delivers water. One day you're going to be the one that delivers the towel. One day you're going to be the one that is the teacher. One day you're going to be the one that passes. The next day you're going to be the coach that celebrates your team for doing really well. You're going to be all players on the team throughout your whole journey. So really soak it for all it's worth. Can you be in wonder of how vast this ride is? That is living as a soul. Not a separative body that everybody judges. You are a soul of magnificence. So start owning it and living it and really claiming who you are. Your name is a vibration of creation. So know that. When you speak your name, creation listens. Are you speaking it of great wonder? When you say your name, are you of wonder? When you say your name, do you sing your name to creation? Do you say it from the center of your belly, the I am presence? I am that I am, I am that I am, I am that I am, I am Joanna, my name rings true. I am the truth of the Holy Spirit. I am truth of the Holy God. I am truth of all that is love and light. Because when I speak, I say it. And when I speak, I sing it. And when I speak it, it comes back to me in song. So beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. I love you so much. Thank you, Spirit. I love you so much. Thank you, Spirit. I love you so much. I am the joy and wonder of the Creator. Thank you, Holy Mother Father. Thank you, Gaia, for allowing me to be with you in this incarnation. So I'd like to open up a portal of the divine creatorhood and all of the celestial beings that are with us in this now moment to please Allow us to be bathed in your love and your light of our oneness and our creation. Just allow your spines to be nice and straight and open up your divine sacred heart to receive sacred love and blessings. We're so grateful. Call in your teams, call in your soul. I call in the highest benevolence of who I am as love and light, dear spirit, and I want to be a part of creation. I want to entangle. I want to feel my soul entangle with all that is light. This year, I would like to co-create magnificent experiences of my soul. I want to transcend what I was yesterday. I want to expand myself in the deeper knowing that I am love and I am joy of all creation. As I live in joy of who I am, I create joy. As I live in joy of who I am, all children experience joy, for I am the expression of the heavens and I am the presentation of the light. And I am that I am, I am that I am, and my chakras are aligned in light. And breathe. I open up a portal of light. Open up your earth chakra. Through affirmation, open up your earth chakra. Your ancestors and your guides and Gaia. 3 full body breaths. You should feel your body tingle and goosebumple. That is allowing you to know that your bodies are aligned, your fields are aligned through your breath, through your intention, through your breath, through your intention. Call in light, call in light, call in light. And breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. Anchor yourself with Gaia. Anchor yourself with Gaia. Full body breaths, aligning the light of the heavens through your chakras, over your fields. Bathe and cleanse, ground, 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 ground. Anchor your next full body breath through affirmation. Call the attention to the light of the Creator. Call the intention to the light of all that is. You want to connect your light within to the light without and above and below. All there is light. All there is light. All there is light. Release all fears, release all worries, release all anxiety. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Ground, you are beautiful, and you are sacred. And say the I am affirmation. I am that I am light, and I am love. Thank you, divine and holy creator. My access to light is always. My access is light in all that I affirm that I am light, and all that I affirm that I am light. And my cells are active, and my cells are listening. I am all that I am. Thank you, holy creator. And up to the heavens and breathe. Surrender all that you are to your higher self, to be guided by your higher self and your soul. Ego, surrender now. Ground, ground, ground your light to love and light. Ask for your soul to come forward and play. I call up my soul to play. Call in all of your consciousness, all your power, all your energy. Surrender to your divine and sacred heart, the mother and the father within, and the sacred child awaiting for you to play. I recalibrate to love, I recalibrate to love, I recalibrate to joy and wonder. Can you feel the joy of who you are, I see I in a cara de gate, line a macada de gate, da 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 da. I see an I the councils and the angels and the archangels and the ascended masters, all the angels of the heavens and the celestial councils of light. I am hi and an akai at a gate, not and the codes and the light from the heavens. And And just in that few minutes, I feel my crown being activated. So thank you through the Holy Creator and the sounds and the light that is love. All that is intelligence is run through sounds and through threads of vibration and harmonics. It's always a vibrational thread of sound. And so you're clearing away densities, you're clearing away things that no longer serve you in the lower vibrational thought forms of who you thought you were, you're not. They're just experiences that you had for the vibrational stories that you needed, so that you can see yourself from an infinite number of directions and experiences and roles and characters, if you will, for the platforms that you choose to experience. And you can transcend in any moment that you choose. Your collective is a collective one heart. You choose to be a healthy collective and you will. You choose to be an expansive collective and you will. You choose to be all abundant and you will. You choose to see everyone living their highest life and they will. For you are the creators of your creative collective. Hi, take she la kadaba lama and she la kadaka. I am it case the other bagay. Ah, she I So be in celebration of who you have been. Create the summation as often as you like, dear lighted ones, for it is for your only purpose to celebrate and be the highest cheerleaders of all that you've transcended and created. And knowing that there is such vast worlds and realms and templates for you to explore, get excited, dear lighted ones. Are you anticipating who you are? Are you anticipating the constant state of becoming in this now presence you are perfect? In this now presence you are perfect? Your I am presence is awaiting for your entanglement with it. I call forth my I am presence. I am that I am. Who am I today? I am that I am. Awaken my soul. I am that I am. Through all that is, I am that I am. The universe converges and I am that I am. I see the divine light ships in the sky and we entangle. I am that I am. My family is happy. They are living their best life. I am that I am. Humanity is awakening. I am that I am. The soils are perfect and true. I am that I am. The air is fresh and true. I am that I am. Our oceans are being renewed. I am that I am, that I am, that I am. Abundant in truth for all. Justice and fairness for all. We are creating a brand new world for all. We are that we are. We are that we are. Past, present, and future is now, for we are opening the gates of the divinehood. Can you be in wonder of who you are, in the anticipation of who you are? In love and joy, dear lighted ones, how may you celebrate? You are the story creating itself. And in alignment of all that you are, dear lighted ones, we love you so. Hi, ama ai cases ya she I and hi anana kataki she They're calling themselves the Holographic Committee of Light. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yes, we are the Holographic Committee of Light. See, we get so excited about the exploration through creation, through which light expresses itself as light, for that is holographic. All that you see as light is only from the unique perspective and version of where you are in any one moment of your consciousness, your awareness, dear lighted ones. As you expand and call in that light, you will experience your reality as different, as new, as creative. You are your reality looking at you. You are the holographic image of you. You are the committee of light. You are holographic. Micro, macro, as Joanna has expressed, you are holographic. Dear lighted ones, in any one moment as you vibrate, you are this holographic image to creation as it is to you. How may you see your creative collective? For that is why it is a creative collective. What do you see? How do you see it? How are you vibrating yourself within the creative collective? It is holographic, dear lighted ones. It is all light, dear lighted ones. It is a song, dear lighted ones. The harmony of creatorhood. That is your gift that you have been given. And it is that to each and every one, free will, of course, always free will. How you choose to see that holographic experience will be the exact replica of your self-value and self-worth, because it always is. What you know of thyself. Are you in celebration of thyself? Are you in love and joy and exploration of thyself? Is how your creator reality will show itself to you, for it is, once again, holographic. And the light that you express will be the light that you receive. For that is the holographic experience, dear light ones, from all over the universe. You can see this. So amazing. And we are such the council of this that we get to explore it. We get to define inside of it and outside of it. We are like the expressors of light through light. So they're just channeling to me right now. Thank you, Spirit. I am so grateful, Spirit. There is a really big channel coming through me right now from the creators through which this holographic committee of light is connected with, through which I am connected. It is a soul seed of mine. Thank you, Creator, the Holy Mother and Father. I just see this beautiful stream of light that is coming from the center where Mother and Father are within me. And of course, Creator is all things. Mother, Father, in all things, of all things. We seem, our minds, our 3D minds seem to differentiate in and out. And it's really all spirit, just various densities and imaginings and matter of spirit. We are spirit. The more we love ourselves as spirit, the less dense we become, if you will. Because we have proclaimed that, the holographic experience, within and without as well. So below, holographic. And so the thread of the creators, just how I see the creators, I'm just showing it to you how I receive it. The creators, the 12th dimensional creators, thank you, they're my family. And they're threading it back down to the holographic committee of light. And the committee is threading it to me as they're showing me different experiences that I have in this now moment, moving light through darkness and density to navigate the exploration of light within light. Because even in the darkest experiences, there is still light. And so the committee of holographic experience is really excited to go and thank you. They're saying this is why I was called forward in this lifetime to experience various thank you, Spirit. There's a clearing. Thank you. So they're saying that this is threaded back to remember who you are. Because in your asking of this every day, you're going to be shown different stories of who you are throughout all creation. Because remember, your soul is holographic, vast and wide. And so they're just reminding me that this is why this is coming forward as a thread for me. And because earlier I said, please remind me of who I am. And in that, you have infinite stories of yourself. This is why you'll get so lost within yourself, of yourself, for yourself, as the soul of yourself, that you would never ever put your energies outside of yourself to get validation or love or accommodation or value. Because the richness of who you are just trumps everything. Like a billionfold, and you would never want anything more than the soul fulfillment of who you are in these explorations, because they're so dynamic and incredible. And so this lifetime, among many other lifetimes, they're showing me that I'm a part of another universe that came forward on behalf of the Divine and Holy Mother to explore the Divine Feminine in new realms of creation for each and every one of us. Again, this is a multidimensional statement and expression and offering that we're offering you. And there's many things going into this offering, and many of you that have been with us for forever, you know this. There's many stories and many energies and many offerings that I'm giving to you in this one statement. So just know that there's much more being said right now than what the words are speaking. And so in this multidimensional experience, Joanna is seen at a multiverse level of one of her souls, thank you, her soul's blueprint to transcend many of the subjugations of divine feminine and minority groups upon planet Earth, go into the darkest spaces of planet Earth, of the darkest psyche wounds, control programs of planet Earth, and through many realms that these threads are brought back in light. So they're showing me the multidimensional experience, what they're showing me, and each and every one of you do this as well. This is a top-down experience. And so the creators were showing me that I am a part of this holographic committee of light. And in this, I go in and out of dimensions and threads where subjugations and stories and lineage are very dense and separate. And so I weave myself in there as a song of light, and I bring light to those stories and bring them forward through the expression of my soul. And that is how your soul is fulfilled. Because you're taking the dark and dense stories and you're saying, I don't give a crap about conformity. I'm going to be who I am because that's my soul theme. And you know that you're in alignment with your soul when you absolutely are living without apology in the expression of you. You're not falling into the lesser programs. You're not falling into the lesser stories. You're not falling into subjugation or entitlement of anybody, by anybody, for anybody. You are living in alignment of your soul's expression. You are living in the greatness of you. You're living in the power of you. You're living in the beautifulness of you and the joy of you and the wonderment of you. And then you release all of those fear programs and fear stories that ever had anybody against you or not supporting you, because it's just a matter of you releasing those subjugatory stories, persecutory stories, and then you're just living in the light of you, just through your navigation of exploration. That is the soul's journey. The soul wants you to explore you in love and joy and benevolence, because it's so much fun. And as you do so, you create the new vibrations of earth, and you're also allowing everybody else to get those uplifted environment vibrations, because you're affecting the omnipresent, because you're bringing that light through and you're threading it. How I see it is just a thread. It's like a pulsar, and behind that pulsar leaves a ripple of electrodes. You know, it's like electrolytes. They spark, right? That's what electrolytes do. So as you're pulsating and expressing the all that you are, you're leaving ripples of light all along through originality, authenticity, and genuine expression, because that's your soul's expression. Your soul wants to sing in whatever way you sing creatively, because everybody will have their own experience. And all things in its path are forever changed. That's what we said. Your soul's expression, you are in that expression, the universe will converge to that. So if you're expressing in negativity and victimhood, that's what that expression of the universe will show to you. And you're just going to keep manifesting expressions of victimhood. So stand within your light, own and claim who you are, open up the gateways and portals that are always available, not just at certain celestial alignments, always available for you to come forward and express your light in love and in joy and honor. So here's some notes that they were showing me. Thank you to the Holographic Committee of Light. I'm so happy to join with you. I'm just going to close off here and see if there's anything else the council's on to say. Thank you, Spirit. Nama ishi and my by itiki ama itiki. I ish in my katapai itiki anakataki shushiana nakataki the bangi itiki. I named Tiki shushiana naka. I could the nama itiki. So I'm just saying my various thank you. Thank you, gratitudes, and my oneness connection. And thank you, Spirit. I am I itiki ama a te shishi. So they're just saying that we are always in solidarity of you, for always showing us who we are through your expression. Thank you for trying not to be like anybody else. Just be your fullest expression of you, your authenticity of you. You're not a replica. You are you, and you're meant to be that way. And so in the originality of who we express ourselves to be, not holding back in any way, fully expressing ourselves in all moments, that is the fulfillment of the soul, then we allow all else of creation to show themselves as well. So the beings of the highest saying, when you are authentically expressing yourself in the joy of who you are, in the beautiful, I am a so they're just showing me my family, celestial family that I come with. When I come and express my most authentic experience, I am the holographic light to them. And so it's really, really important. Never underestimate your authentic expression of who you are. And that's why that intimate experience of who you are, who am I? What do I exist within and what exists within me? Am I allowing and accepting all that is? Am I allowing and accepting my greatness to come forward? And am I accepting and acknowledging myself as great? And start training yourself to the higher vibrational platforms that you know you want to create. You know you do. You wouldn't have guided this video if you didn't. There's no accident, dear lighted ones. Every moment is an omen that you are creating for yourself to show yourself, wow, I created that moment now and now and now. I'm letting go of all vibrational stories that don't match now and now and now. I'm profound, right? You don't have to fall into anybody's smaller stories of you. Let them go. It's okay, they have that perspective, but it's not you. That's their story, not yours. Choose your story, choose your character, choose your boundaries to say, this is what I will and will not engage with, my boundaries, my field, my energy, my power. And then in your service of healing, and then in your service of prayer, and then in your service of co-creative and sharing, then you can allow your energy to be gifted. But allow yourself to feed yourself first, nourish yourself first. Especially you as empaths and all your gifts and skills now awakening, you'll need to look after and care for your bodies in different ways. And Joanna is finding that, having to really care for my body in different ways, because the light and the capacity that is moving through me is much grander. And so I must take greater care with my bodies and how much I'm expending. And I'm absolutely it's like a weights and scales. Am I receiving the exact measure of what I'm giving out? And it's a moment for moment experience, because my teams want me to be very careful on what I'm expending and to whom and to how. And so that I'm maintaining the highest vibration that I can when I am meant to open my energy field and support the collective. And so I'm being very aware of the beautiful energy and the love and light that's coming through me, and how to maintain and sustain that, so that I'm absolutely focusing my attention and my intention and my focus on expressing and expanding the multidimensional systems that are required to as light comes into focus more and more. So they're just showing me many of the system programs. I say system programs within your body. That's what I'm saying. So as you become the mediator and the driver of your body, you are the driver of how your body accesses the light. There's always codes and light given to you, but are you the driver of it and harmonizing it? Are you harmonizing the light that's there? By living in joy, by being happy about your body, by loving your body, by caring for your body, by giving your body the things that nourish your body as spirit. Your body is spirit. The brain functioning is spirit functioning. So get in tune with the harmonization of the intimacy of your brain and your higher self and your subconscious revealing its beliefs to you so you can transcend them and write new stories. You're an intricate system. How could you not be? How could you not be? Every child on this planet is an intricate system of the divine. The heavens are blessing every single life on this planet, every single aspect of life. And we are here to learn the value and the sacredness of each life so that we would never, ever, ever, ever think of charging money in exchange of a human, or trafficking a human, or demeaning or belittling a human. These are our lessons, dear lighted ones. We are sacred vessels of light. And without apology, stand up and speak thy truth. When you are being taken advantage of, speak up and speak thy truth. Stand in the spirit of your authority. Your authority is for your body, for your fields, for your magicianship of you being benevolently in charge of you. This feels good, that doesn't feel good. This feels great, that doesn't feel great. Get in tune with how you feel and set boundaries. Bathe and cleanse your field when things don't feel right or you feel imbalanced. Call all of your energy back in. Call all of your power back in. Call all of your light back in. And start loving on you, in you, anticipation of you, in wonderment of you. Be in love with you. Can you write a love story about you, for you, through you? Gaia is a love story. Can you write a love story about her? How do you entangle with her each day as a love story? If you allow yourselves, dear lighted ones, to experience such questions, in a few minutes, pondering a day, how can I write a love story with Gaia? How can I love Gaia more? How can I pay attention to Gaia more? As to with your children, how can I write a love story to my children? I love you. I see you living your best life. I see you making the wise choices for your body. I see you living in the highest light of your creative expression. I see all of humanity living in their highest expression. I see wildlife coming back to this planet that we're extinct because we care. Because we do. Because we are holographic. Are we not? Of course you are. And so, dear lighted ones, the summations are your highest the explosion of light that each and every one of you are with your teams to cheer you on in every moment. Summate how much you've learned, how celebratory you are of you in this beautiful year that just passed, and how much you've really transcended. This year was an incredibly intense year. We did it. We did it. Woohoo! You know, and just anticipate things getting lighter. Anticipate the navigations that you can now masterfully go around when you're centered and you're present at your heart. Understand that you understand karma and dharma. Understand that you're here for a soul's presence. You're here to transcend these most beautiful challenges. And when you do, you're mastering. You're mastering you, you're mastering your emotions, you're mastering your beautiful, incredible, magical gifts that are to be used in benevolence, respecting all boundaries, respecting all soul paths, and respecting the allowance of sovereignty in all beings and all life, because it's sacred. It's not up to anyone to say and put boundaries and limitations or control or subjugation on any person's life outside of them. Nobody has that right. They don't have that right. No consciousness, no group has a right to put a bill of control on you, on your body, on you, on your expression of who you are. No one does. That's why our planet's going through what it's going through. How much control from outside programs are we going to allow? Because we've given it, we've created it. So now we can know that we can heal it. By healing the individual stories of subjugation, by healing the individual stories of control, by healing the individual stories of less than and lack and fear and greed. Because it's not spirit. It's an experience of our way to spirit, because we're always spirit. But the more and more we claim ourselves as spirit, living from the presence of who we are, it's all perfect in between. Because we have to have this to receive this. And we have to have every place in between. So really get excited. That's what the summation is for. Really see yourself on every step of the journey and really celebrate and get excited, because every step matters. Every step counts. You have to go through every step. You want to. You really do. You want to. Your soul's path And your soul's journey in any one moment is shifting and changing. So we'll read our notes in a second here. Just say today you're here. This is your soul in any one day. We'll just call it a day because we're so caught up in time sometimes. So right now your day is right here. But if this wasn't here, then that soul experience wouldn't be full and complete. And so why would we put subjugations and controls on ourselves or others? Because that's what that is like. It puts density over the fullness of that expression. Whether it's we're putting a conformity on an expression of creative voice, whether we're putting an expression on sexuality, whether we're putting an expression on how one chooses to live and honor and worship spirit in whatever way they choose to, any type of veil or conformity or control in any way, rules of conformity and rules of obligation and rules of definition, all of those veil and it doesn't allow the light to get in. So now we're awakening and saying, no, who made up those rules? They're not mine. I get to choose my sovereignty. It's my body. It's my creatorhood. You're not bound by no one and no rules. No one does. And so really discern who you're giving your power away to and what stories are you surrendering to that don't feel comfortable for you. And so in any moment, is this feel comfortable? Is this me? Is this authentically me? Am I feeling authentic in this expression? And then more and more stand in your power. I'm going to let that go. No, because I want to clear out that. I want to be a full expression of me. And in your full expression of you, you radiate that to creation. Creation says, okay, wow, they got it. So here you go. So here you go. So here you go. And you allow that radiation to go to all others as well. And that is about being optimistic. Be optimistic about these changes. Be optimistic about how your body's changing. Be optimistic and really in love with who you are and really fall in love with you. Can you write a love story about you? Really spend time about going within and being intimate with you. What does your ascension cycle look like? And if for those of you that would like an appointment with us for vocational, because we are the teachers of the teachers and the healers of the healers. So for those of you that do want to, really excited about starting your vocational offering this year in your business this year to really start moving into, from a 3D experience of work into a 5D experience of vocational service and soulful alignment and destiny, just make an appointment with us. Our links are below. So what would you like to know about who you are? So when you're doing your summation and you're really proud of what you've been, now start writing your 2022 questions of anticipation and questions of excitement and questions of wonderment. What is 22 really going to wonder like? How can I imagine 2022 for my collective, for Gaia, and for me? Because remember, you're always a part of a sacred trinity. So include Gaia, include your collective. What would I like to see about my collective? Could I see my collective living their highest and best life? Could I see Gaia really renewing herself in the forest? Could I see Gaia coming up with new flora and fauna? I want to be a part of that. I want to see a part of the family living their best and highest life without reliance or codependence on anybody or anything. I want them to feel the absolute self-honor and self-confidence and self-direction from who they are within. I want to see that. I want to see my children really feel confident in who they are, not rely on anybody and be controlled by anything outside of them. They have absolute control and wonderment in who they are. I want the highest and the best for my children. And seek that in anticipation of optimism in all things. Then you start loving yourself because they are you. So if you're wishing ill on anybody outside of you in any way, or not, or feeling the jealous or envy, because those are just the wounds that you think that you don't have it, or the lack experience. So heal that wound, because anything that you wish on anybody will come back to you because it's really you. Remember, everything is holographic. They're before you to show you what that wound is and how you can heal it. And we all have those moments because that's the shadow energy. When we start this new phase of expansiveness, we're going to be pulling up those dark energies of shadow. So honor the shadow. Say, okay, shadow, what do you got to show me today? Let's work with it. Anything that comes up that is not that divine perfection of self-love, there's going to be a shadow there. So be okay with it. Call it forward. It's okay. And be okay talking about it with your family. I'm just working on my shadow this week, kids. So I really want you to help me focus on being more expressive in love with you. So can you help me? Can you call me when I'm not? Can you help me become more aware so that I'm a more conscious being and I'm being more consciously co-creative? I want to be consciously aware of what I'm creating and I want your help. And so call and allow your family to be awake with your journey and be awake with it. And just be okay if some don't want you to be on your journey and they'll want to pull you back into the old stories because they're not sure where they stand within themselves, because they're not sure they can be on the journey. Of course, everybody can, but it's up to each person to make those choices themselves with their teams and with spirit. It's not for you to be a babysitter to it. It's not for you to tell people what to do and where to go. That's up to them to find it for themselves, because that's the whole point of self-empowerment, self-guidance. That's why that summation is so important. Can you celebrate what you just went through? Yesterday you weren't sure, but now you're really sure. Are you really proud of yourself? That's what Spirit wants. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself, Spirit. Because when you're proud of you, when you're in honor of you, you show that ripple of self-love everywhere. That's what the ride is all about. Loving yourself again as whole. Because when you're whole, that is the oneness factor. Can you see all living beings and living experiences living their best life? Be present and still long enough to hear Spirit. So Spirit's always communicating with you, and your body is always receiving, because your body is a template of fields of intelligence that are receptors. And so too are all other multidimensional parts of your experience. Getting in tune and in touch with your daily self-care is so important, in moving with each and every chakra. You know, pay attention and go within. And what are your chakras telling you? There's stories within your chakras that are profound and infinite. You have no idea how dynamic your chakras are to your ascension process. And so we teach all of that in our classes. We're going to be starting weekly classes, or bi-weekly classes in January. So feel free to put your name on the list for our bi-weekly classes. And these are mastery classes for you to continue the alignment that we keep talking about in our videos. Our videos will become shorter and shorter, and we're going to move all of the energy to our classes so that I'm receiving fair exchange for the energy and the wisdoms that I'm putting out. So stand in your own truth. And know that you're not meant to be a replica or a copy of anything or anyone. That's why any energy you put outside of you, you're seeking for that validation, and it really comes only from within. So release anything that says you're less than or different of, and you're looking for the validation or to become in some way similar to anything outside of you, you know, because you're not, you never will be. So release those outer needs, and remember, before you reach out, go within. And that's your mantra for 2022. So whether you reach out for a drink, whether you reach out for, you know, a blunt, whether you reach out for, you know, fatty food, whether you reach out for sex, whatever it is you reach out for to fill a void, reach within. Do it first for you. Then you're not going to feel, you're going to remember what it's like to replace and live the love of you, because you're the only one that nourishes you, nothing outside of you. And so fill the void from within and start understanding that you can feel and heal yourself. So the summations are truly for you to be proud of who you are and remember of what you've gone through, the soul lessons you've moved through and transcended, and really start directing and focusing and start creating those beautiful spiritual strategic, we say strategic in the most loving and joyful way. They're not what the 3D strategic word means. Strategic ways to bring joy into your life and start living as a 5D experience, because it's not like 3D. Remember who you are and open your heart in all moments. Allow the love to wash over you and for you to return to it as it returns through you. So you are the version of love. You're the expression of love, and have it live through you as you express yourself as a soul. Your soul expression is your fulfillment. It just is. Get used to the energy of you and the stillness and the presence of you. So can most people say, am I present and am I okay with my presence, just being me? Can I be still with myself? Or do you want to immediately start fidgeting? So really get intimate with these experiences and spend time each day throughout your day. Can I be okay with my vibration right now? I'm just going to clear that anxiety away because I really love myself. I really love myself. I'm going to anchor and ground. I'm going through a really great experience. There's no race. I can take all the time I want. Spirit wants me to really get these lessons. My soul does. I want to experience myself so fully because, wow, self-love, nothing better. Nothing better, man. I'm carving my life. No apology. Self-confidence is that you are a whole being and you're whole in your aloneness. And you're alone in your solidarity because it's always you in spirit. You're whole in being silent. You know who you are at all moments and choose from the highest and best path of who you are as a soul. Is this in the highest and best interest of me? Am I being nourished in this choice? Am I being loved in this choice? Am I being given to? Am I being respected and honored in this choice? So the more that you introspect those expressions through your summation, through what you've gone through how you want to navigate now, you're the director of your ship. Are your choices in nourishment of you? Are your choices in nourishment of your spiritual body? Is your body being treated like spirit? And if not, how can you change that? Because you're the one in the directorship of your body. And often, these are the highest vibrational teachings you can offer your children. When you make choices, children, are your choices in honor of the body that is spirit? The breath that moves through you is spirit. Isn't it an honor? Can you say what feels good and what doesn't feel good and make sure that you're standing firm in your choice without apology, regardless of what others say? Because you want to be the leader of your body in your community, in your experience. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or says. It doesn't matter. That's their choice. That's their life. That's okay. Their choices are their choices coming from their consciousness, their awareness. So have their story be their story. It has nothing to do with you. Empaths have always taken that on because nobody's ever taught us these things at a very early age. So children offer them these highest teachings. Your choice, your energy, go within, self-direct, self-empower, self-love, self-nourish, self-nurture, and then your choices will be truly in alignment with your soul's path. Because you're not going to care about anything outside of you defining you or valuing you, because it comes from within. And seek that which allows your soul to feel full. Because when your soul is full, it is through the expression, and always has something to do with creative self-joy and self-presence, your true authentic expression of who you are. Your name is your authenticity. So really feel into the presence of your name. Wow, how does my name feel today? I want to feel the vibrations of my name. It's all about feeling. 2022 will be the introspection of feeling. How am I feeling? I want to feel my name more vividly. I want to feel my name more richly. I want to be in love with who I am. Are you kidding me? Because if I'm in love with who I am, I'm just going to attract more people that are at that level that also want to love who I am because they're in love with who they are. And then we're all in love with everybody else. Right? And it might sound silly because our world is so not that. Has not been, but it's getting more and more. It's really lightening up. I mean, 2021 was really intense. We let go of a lot of density, and now things are quickening. Light quickens because the density is being released. So it's up to us to manage and sustain and attain who we are as light. You're going to have to unpack your light. Only you can do it because you have certain gifts that are unique to your light. Your light is meant just for you. You're the only one that can unpack your light and understand it and discern it for you. This is your light packet sitting in your field. This is you in spirit, you Mother, Father, God. You have all these lifetimes that you've lived in your soul. These are aspects of your soul living through you if you call it in. They're always available to you. This packet of light is sitting there waiting for you to call it in and say, what does this mean for me today? And I call in my soul. What does this mean for me today? How can I love this? How can I explore this? How can I experience this piece of light? And then you'll feel these little activations that are going on in your multidimensional bodies. Might be your mental body, might be a soul, it might be a soul fragment that needs to come in and be owned and honored. You might have a chakra activation, and you just sit there in stillness and presence and you wonder about you. Just softly, no expectation. What does this mean for me, Spirit? What is this packet of light saying to me? And you'll feel the multidimensional download of what you're asking for. Because remember, it's holographic. I am inside of this light packet. It's not separate from me. I am it. I've asked for this to be delivered in divine timing because I'm ready to ask for it now and I'm ready to understand it. All of the maturations of the multidimensional bodies, because your teams are constantly working on you through your soul's pulsations of, wow, I really want to expand in this way and this. What are your excitements? Your excitements are the catalyst to how your teams work on your multidimensional physical body matter. The wiring of your brain, your synaptic programs, the various multidimensional systems that access light and process and mediate light. Yours, again, I can't say how profound your bodies and your systems are. We've never been told these things. So why would we feel so in lack of who we are? There's no reason to. They're just vibrational stories that are false and illusory because you're profound. There's just no other way. You are holographic of all that is life. That is the gift of spirit. Spirit is spirit in all things of all things, and so too are you. If there was no spirit, and if there was no access to the creatorhood of all that you are, your cells would not be operable. Again, doesn't matter how we define it, what word we put on it. Holographic is holographic. Your cells are that which is God, spirit, source, creator, sands, trees, seeds, flowers, the essence that is life, holographic of holographic. And in the moment of your own awareness and your consciousness, you get to choose and perceive how you choose to see that holographic experience based on your own level of consciousness and awareness. And most importantly, are you excited to explore? When you're excited to explore, everything within you opens up and you absolutely see your holographic experience within it. Then it becomes much more loving and enjoyable when you're unpacking that light. And it will come in feelings, sensations, because again, upside down effect. We're not figuring out through mental body. You're feeling it. You're feeling it in your chakras. You're feeling it in your field. Spirit, I'm grateful. I think you're feeling the beautiful imprints and impressions that God just gives you. When you're activating the God inside and you're living with that joy and experience of who you are as God, and I'll be connecting with God in that moment. I say, wow, God, that just felt really great. And God will say, there you go, daughter. And there'll be something that I didn't know a second ago. And that imprint that I'd been waiting for, but I'd been forcing it and I've been trying to get to it. And God just says, when you're just in the love of you, there you go. And you're just like, wow, you're in such awe of God. I was like, wow, God, you're everywhere. I'm everywhere and you're everywhere and I'm everywhere. It's like everything is holographic. That's why you start falling in love with everybody on earth. And be grateful, as Jesus said. Be grateful of all beings on earth being that you're a reflection of the holographic that is God, Spirit, Source, Creator. Make no mistake about it, cannot not be. It's what you need in the moment to remember that you are holographic. What is this showing me? How can I love this moment, Spirit? Thank you so much. As Jesus said in a conversation, and Jesus said in the moment of profundity, before words were even spoken, in such a soft and gentle and confirming voice of my existence, which nobody on this planet had ever shown me, even a glimpse of, being valued and being honored for the specialness that I was. And God will present you with moments like that, just like this moment right now that I'm telling you, and I'm showing you, and I'm sharing with you through the Christ consciousness. And you take a deep breath and you're just waiting to hear the wisdoms and the profundity of all that is Spirit speaking in all things and of all things that is light and love, that is you. Because you're waiting for that holographic representation of your perfection. How much you're adored, how much you're alive within the pulse of all creation. The pulse of creation has you within it, can't not be. You're a part of that pulse. And Jesus says with great confidence and great surety, to the point where you're just in tears, I'm in such honor to be in your presence. Jesus said. And I began to feel myself sit back in the chair. And I just wept. And in my heart opening and all my chakras poured forward. But Jesus, you're such a master. How could you be in honor of someone like that? You are magnificent. You're a God. I want to just soak in your honor. And his gentle spirit just enraptures you of such importance. Because nobody on this planet has showed me or you or anyone of our value. We're so great. And Jesus says, for eons you have all placed so much importance on me. And when we connect and when we attune at all moments, for I am here, I am you, I am within, I will remind you that you are this, that you have given me such importance and such honor, for it is you, for I am you, we are holographic. And you remember yourself as love again, and you remember yourself as a part of a living story. And why wouldn't you want to be? Why wouldn't you want to take charge of what you want right for yourself? And in those moments where there is self-deprecation, or there are others treating you unkindly again and again and again, and you're okay to say goodbye to the abuse, and you're okay to say goodbye to the games or manipulation, or sadness or injustice. Because the heavens are in honor of you. When you say enough is enough, I'm worthy. The heavens are in honor of me, so why can't I be? And show others it's okay to be in honor of you. Stand up for yourself. Speak truth, for God will support you. The heavens will move mountains. And in this moment where I'm communing with Spirit as Spirit and the Mother and the Father, and all creation opening up for me to feel the multidimensional fulfillment of my soul. And every moment is a holographic knowing of who I am coming back to remind me. And that one moment that Jesus opened up into that communication, and before even words were spoken and the hearts were softened, I am in such honor of you. Because Jesus could see as all parts that Jesus was in that holographic experience, that experience of oneness was so profound. We go back lifetimes. I know you from so many universes. You don't know the stories, but I do. I'm sharing them with you in the honor of who I am in you. And in the honor of who I am in you, I'm in honor of your presence. And I offer my teachings freely with great love and appreciation. For we are a family of one. We are a co-creative family. And we are holographic to one another. In the moments that we require love, in the moments that we require to realign ourselves out of negativity or fear, the moments that we allow ourselves to know that it's okay to speak your truth and be okay in the love of who you are and honoring the love of who you are and settle for nothing less. For Jesus said, Creator said, the angels and the archangels and the Pleiadians, why would you not want to wear the best raiments? Is your skin not sacred? Is your body not sacred? Is the life force within you not sacred? Why do you treat yourself with such disregard? I'm in honor of you. You say, well, because nobody told me. I had no emotional attachment. I was beaten. I was disregarded. I was abused. I was molested. I was taken advantage of. I was stolen from. I was taken from. So I felt I was nothing. And Jesus said, right now, through us, through you, your body, your light, who you are, the DNA, you are threaded in magnificence that is spirit. There's not an ounce of you, there's not a breath of you that is not sacred. In honor of you, the summation of you, the celebration of you, the joy of you, anticipate greatness. And hold your breath, dear lighted ones. The sacredness of all that is creation, we love you. We are the joy of the Creator song, the Holy Mother and Father, and all divine women who will allow themselves to challenge themselves in new divine ways this year. We honor all divine women coming forward in their own unique strength to transcend any family and any lineage and any Akash stories that require them to speak their divine and loving and caring and gentle truth, for them to ask for fair and just treatment and allowance of life and freedom and liberation, for all children to be set free from any experience that is subjugatory, any experience that demeans or belittles their bodies and not held in sacredness. We ask for the life of all wildlife to be brought back to its highest experience. We ask that all hearts understand the oneness factor. We ask that all hearts live their highest and best life, for we are that which we are, all that is holographic and light and in love. Love all dimensions. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Love is the blessing that you give yourself and to which all is affected. So the love that you give yourself, all is affected, as Jesus said. Jesus was showing me in that moment that I did not honor myself in the same regard that he saw that honor in me. And so he came through as that reminder because he knew in that moment that's what I needed most. Because he knew that I would absolutely reflect and say, wow, Jesus, how could you honor me so much? And he showed me that was my remembrance for you. To gift this to yourself. As you love yourself, you gift it to all creation, and for everything, all is changed. And that is why his unconditional love, even to this day, thousands and thousands in this now spiral of now, is still affecting so many people. The Christ consciousness energy that we are infinite beings of creator light. How could we not be so excited and anticipating such great joy for one another? I honor the blessing of every sacred mother on this planet. Every sacred mother to honor your body as sacred of giving life. Every mother that loves and heals their children just by knowing what to do and listening to the intuitions that a mother has. By being the beautiful creator mother that you are. By honoring the new mother sacred story of the divine feminine, whether you're in a male body or a female body. By honoring your joyful exploration as who you are, as this beautiful androgynous, beautiful experience of male and female energies now harmonizing into a greater level of light and upliftment of soul development and soul growth. And showing your children it's absolutely okay to live in liberation, releasing all subjugation, releasing all conformity, releasing all things that are less than and lack. For you know, your body will know, your cells will know what feels subjugatory. If you're living in liberation, your cells are happy and your body is free of illness. And you get to call light on that. I call light to this illness. I call light to it. Show me how I can change it physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Bring it to me, Spirit. I can call light on anything. It's your free will and choice. Anything that seems dark or inappropriate, anything that seems dark or subjugatory, call light to it. Spirit will show you, through you. It is you, holographic. To seek yourself with joy will simultaneously bring forth the exact energies that will clear any and all wounds. And any indensity that you've held anything in. Because remember, when you're calling joy and light to something, you're calling in that equal experience that you're going to know what belief and what system was held within it that made it not filled with joy. And we all know we all have the same wounds. They're just in different packages and different stories or different dogma. The commonality we have is value and belonging, to be loved and to be valued. And we've been eons in the teachings of giving our value of ourselves and the worthiness of ourselves outside of ourselves. And now we get to change that story as a divine collective. So make that promise and intention to yourself. I choose 2022 to be a really great year for me to bring the value of me. I'm going to bring it up a few levels. I want my consciousness to reign true. I want my consciousness to shine throughout creation. My consciousness is everything. My soul's path is everything. My conscious awareness is everything. Everything. Beyond anything in the physical, my consciousness creates. My consciousness creates the health of my body, the abundance, the wellness of my family. My consciousness creates. Any karma that I can clear, my consciousness can clear it. Any negative experience, any challenge, my consciousness can heal it. My consciousness can transcend it. I call light to it. Bring it, Spirit. We got this. We got this. I can navigate anything. This is why I'm here. Bring it. I'm from other universes. I know who I am. And I'm making no apology for it. You're not going to be for everybody. And be okay with that. You don't want to be for everybody. You want to stand firmly and boldly in who you are and own who you are. Unconditionally, unapologetically. Stand in the power and the love of you, for you are honored. So be in wonderment and wildly in joy of who you are. Can you be wildly in joy of who you are? When you say your name, are you in wild joy about it? Say it right now. Say your name. And think about, how can I be wildly exuberant and vivacious about who I am? I want to put this energy into creation. I want creation to feel me. I want creation to feel who I am. That's how I manifest. I manifest as a sacred child. When you got a child running around on the field, that child knows who that child is. When one with spirit. All things are spirit. I want this to dance. This is going to be a great year. I want to dance every day. I want to dance every day. I want to dance with the energy. I want to dance with the song Spirit sings me. I want to dance with the oceans. I want to dance with the forest. I know I can. I got voice everywhere. Spirit's with me. Holographic. I am. I am. Honor and I am that I am. My voice is honored. I am that I am. Thank you, Spirit, for allowing me to see this presence of I am that I am. I'm so grateful. Love is the blessing that you give yourself, and to which all is affected. All is affected by your love. All is affected by the love you give yourself, that you receive for yourself. Receiving love in honor and appreciation. Know that you can gift it freely as well and equally as well. Always allow yourself in each day to make sure that you're balanced. Have you given as much as you have taken? Have you offered greatness and honor to others as you expect it for yourself? So again, releasing all of those old paradigms where we've held ourselves in such imbalance and injustice. So you have to be the catalyst of that. Whatever it is you want to change, you're the catalyst of it, because that's the theme in your soul story, right? And you're going to have many other soul stories that are going to come and show itself to you. That's the joy of your soul's experience. That's fulfillment. You can navigate anything. I can call anything forward today, Spirit. I want to call another experience today where I'm absolutely freely expressing myself as honor, and I'm going to express every other's as honor as well, because I know it's holographic. So hold yourself in confidence that knowing that all conformity and dysfunction can be dropped through the love and the acceptance of it. So love the conformity and the dysfunction. Call it what it is. Say, wow, this has really taught me a lot. Okay, this is what I learned, Spirit. I'm going to absolutely put this in my summation tonight. I learned this and this and this, and I saw it from this perspective, that perspective, this perspective, that perspective. This is how that conformity and that control affected somebody else, and that made me really feel like this. So own it. If anything that you've experienced or that you saw experience and how something affected somebody, own it, claim it. Say, wow, I saw that today and that affected me. You know why? You want to know why? Why that's so important that you reflect and do your introspection? Because you see something that affected somebody else and that really affected you, because you're allowing yourself to remember that you are in that oneness story. It's holographic, because you know that came to you for a reason. Whether that's to create greater compassion because others around that person didn't have that compassion because their heart chakras were closed and their stories were in their separation and fear and wounds, to come forward and have that compassion for that experience. So there's a reason why God knows what God's doing. Everything is God. And God will find moments like that when you see something that affected somebody that was unjust or unfair, and you drop to your heart and you just have compassion. I'm going to offer compassion to that experience, and I want that person to know that I'm one. And I send love and joy and honor that we are changing our collective. And I do see our collective rising from such subjugations. I see the collective forgiving. I see the collective taking moment for moment for moment, that each family on this planet look within themselves to forgive debt in any way that debt is. Some families hold mental conditions and emotional conditions over others. So see families releasing emotional and mental debt, guilt, blame, shame. See families releasing these debts for this holiday season. See it, know it. Our collective is releasing all debts of past wars, of past histories of separation. Middle East, releasing all debts, vibrationally through religious, and who they come as through dogma, which has nothing to do with who they are as divine beings, and how we have separated such experiences of existence through dogma. What was done in the past, and it carries on, destroying and creating such destruction when it's holographic. Whether you are a Jew, whether you are a Catholic, it doesn't matter. It's holographic. We are one. So dogmatic definitions don't define who you are as a divine being. We are one. Common. All of us, we're common. We are of divine seed, each and every one of us. So see the forgiveness of such things. See the forgiveness of separation. See the forgiveness of judgment. See the forgiveness of blame and shame and guilt through thyself and thy is, healing up thy name. And so too all else. Your forgiveness of yourself helps any other particle of holographic experience that is awaiting for your forgiveness. Some other realm, some other dimension, some other experience that you might not have even experienced yet, but you will. And you're opening yourself up to forgiveness now. Or another. Forgiveness is something that somebody owes you. Forgive it. Because you know that when you do, it'll come back to you. You're creating balance in all of creation. If you have a vibrational debt, everything is energy. That's why the forgiveness of debt is so important. And we have a video on our YouTube channel that the collective was showing me, the Councils of Light was showing me about the profundity of forgiveness of debt that each and every person has the opportunity to do. Whether your brother and sister ticked you off, forgive it. Forgive the vibrational debt, whether it's an emotional wound, a mental wound, a financial wound, a physical wound, whatever it might be. Forgive it. And give them a card and say, I forgive that time when this happened and that happened, and I've held it against you and you've held it against me. I forgive it all. I want creation to be forever changed by my forgiveness. And I just want you to know I love you. Forgive whatever you can forgive. Forgiveness of debt. That person, your next door neighbor that owes you a couple hundred because they didn't have money to fix their car that day and you generously lent it to them. And maybe they will never pay you back. Maybe they don't even think about it because they're just not in the inner alignment of themselves to care about it because they've never been cared for. Forgive it. Talk to them and give them a muffin or a cookie one day or a beer. Say, hey, remember that $500? I forgive you. You needed it. And I want you to know that we're clear, we're even. Because you carry around that just by thinking about it, just by keeping it on the back check, right? Oh, I got to check, make sure that person pays me, make sure that person pays me. It stays in your field, vibrational debt. So clear it off. When you clear that off, you've made room for spirit to give you exactly even more. Spirit will reward you. Absolutely. Make no doubt about it. You absolutely know. And this is where Jesus showed me. We often have this talk about 70 times 7. Thank you, Jesus. And Jesus only brings forward the teachings of universal law. And it's been wrapped up in different dogma. It's been wrapped up and packaged, and it's been given certain names. And that's fine because it is the just universal law. And however we package is what we need at the moment. But it is the universal law, 70 times 7. And those that require forgiveness in whatever way, you know it's a holographic experience for how you've experienced such pain and such blame or shame that you require your own forgiveness of. For their holographic experiences of you. And so whatever has been done or you have done unjustly or unfairly, make a point throughout the next couple of days in these very powerful energies to give yourself the forgiveness of 70 times 7. And just make a list. Make a list of things that you can speak to someone more bravely and more courageously. I want you to know that I forgive this experience. This how it made me feel. I know that we were engaged in some really, tumultuous energies, and we're all trying to figure ourselves out. And I just want you to know I forgive you and I forgive myself. I want to forgive the debt that I'm holding on to vibrationally. I want to release it. And Spirit's going to reward you. Spirit's going to clear some of your karma, right? And your experiences of the 70 times 7, and Jesus is showing me that there are so many people on this planet, dear lighted ones, and this is one of my purposes for coming forward, for those that tune into us daily, and I know who you are through the souls of who you are. And so many of you have been alone for so many years, and some of you hardly talk to anyone because you're such dynamic star seeds, and you've come from many different creations, and your acceptance of yourself has not fully been holographically accepted by the outside world. And sometimes you feel the empathic pain so deeply that it just keeps you in very small quarters. And the forgiveness of those experiences through which many of us go through life, and we're so tuned into the separation, and we're so turned off to one another, and we're so busy looking on our devices that we feel the forgetfulness of even connecting with those that really require that connection. And I know who you are because I know your vibrations in their fields right now. And I know your hearts, and I know your souls. And so forgive yourself from feeling that experience as if you don't fit and you don't belong here, because you do. And the collective is asking for your forgiveness on how they've treated you. And the collective is asking for your ability to come forward in anticipation, to be brighter and joyful in your name and in your expression. And they want you to show creation now how you can express who you are without feeling ashamed, without feeling like you're being judged or you're being bullied because you're so different, because you're so beautiful, because you're so shiny. And so just know that that collective forgiveness is already being offered, and they're asking you to forgive the collective. So forgive yourself for holding that vibrational debt on yourself and in your field, because Spirit wants you to come forward and play. Spirit wants you to come forward and be fully you in all your beautiful, genuine, authentic experience. Because there's others around you that require your light for you to come forward. Take baby steps each day. Put it in your summation. And for those that have the capacity to forgive financial debt, then forgive it. Because you know that if you've offered that experience, that they have helped you in another realm, in another body, in another timeline. And they forgave you of that debt. However that debt is, vibrationally, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, it's all energy. And you can release that from your field. And make 2022 a bathing and the cleansing of what 3-dimensional stories keep us hidden in separation, locked in our rooms because we're fearful of the experiences that just bring up those wounds of not being accepted and loved. But you are. So just forgive yourself for believing that you weren't. Forgive that debt, because it's time for you to come forward and share. It's time for you to be authentic. It's time for you to be happy. It's time for you to allow yourself to be happy. And forgive others. Forgive it easy. Forgive it easy, because they need it. Those that judge you the hardest are the ones that are finding it the most challenging to accept themselves, because you're showing them a really genuine, authentic light, and that's okay. Those of you that are light workers, you have the most profound journey, especially those of us that have been out for so long. Now it's getting really easy and everybody's so accepting of light and awakening. But back in the early days, man, it was so hard. Everybody you connected with, it was just like, it was like, whoa, so much hate there. Whoa, oh my gosh, and then you have to go through all the experiences of all that hate, because they just don't get your light, and they don't get the whole oneness thing, because it's just what you've come here for. You've come here to express and explore your light so that others could say, hey, wow, it's holographic. What does that mean for me? Who am I? Go to the introspection and start going in and forgiving yourself for carrying around so much separation. We will always return from whence we came. In oneness we are. We will always be one, always one. Thank you, dear light ones. We're going to pull a starseed card. So forgiveness of debt, think about it. When you go to someone's house without a gift and you know that they owe you and you owe them, create a forgiveness experience. Forgive and love and say, I'm going to start 2022 off really clean and really clear. I want my energy field to be open. God's blessing me. A spirit's showing me the way to go. I'm going to have a new job offer soon. I'm going to forgive you of everything I ever held over your head. I don't want to hold anything over your head. My gosh, because if I'm holding over your head, absolutely, it's in my field and it's blocking me from my best. Whatever you hold over anybody's head, we all know because we've had different lineages that did this to us. It's just what we were taught, but it's dysfunction and it's toxic. So just own it and claim it. Wow, that was a thing. That was a toxic thing for me to do. I don't ever want to hold this over your head. I want you to know that you're perfect. I want you to know that you're divine, and I'm going to release that debt from you. You're clear. I'm clear. Let's go into 2022 with a clean slate. Let's clear it off and make it right for you because you're holographic. So hold nothing over anybody. Forgive it as often and as quick as you can because you're opening up the fields of who you are as a holographic being to really create something fabulous and for you to receive in kind. Oh, this is the blue flame. This is spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration, walking through the portals of your own blue flame. Your own blue flame exists within your own heart. That is your connection with spirit and never goes out. Never, ever, 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 ever goes out. Even when you think you're in your darkest moment, there is always light within, always. That is a promise from spirit. No matter how far out, no matter how dense, no matter how separate I send you into creation to create light and remember who you are, there will always be a light within you that I will activate with you. When you ask, I will, I am. That is the promise from spirit. And we know that at the deepest soul level. And that blue flame will never, ever go out, ever. You are a part of spirit, and it will be activated in divine timing, along with your DNA and all of the Adam, Eve, and time particles. This is the physics of science and spirit. Universal law. It is absolute. And you are a part of that absolute plan. So be in love, dear lighted ones. We love you and we honor you so much. Enjoy this beautiful portal and make it what you will in the highest, most vibrational way because you are loved and you are honored in all realms and all ways. And we love you and enjoy of you so much. Our links are below for those of you that would like to connect with us for private sessions, for honoring sessions, for activation sessions, for vocational planning, for global webinars, and all the beautiful things that we come up with, all the beautiful spirits. And we're honoring you so much for this beautiful Happy New Year. We wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and offer the love from the most genuine aspect of your heart without apology. Forgive as much as you can, for it always allows you to lighten your field and bring in new light. And we love you, dear ones, brothers and sisters of light, and we wish you rainbow kisses and tickles and hugs.